Here's a brief introduction to the encephalic GSR reactivity patterns. This allows us to see emotions in real time with the EPX system.
Functional electrical impedance tomography by evoked response, or as I call it, peeping Tom, into the mysterious minutiae of human emotions. Emotions that for the very first time we can separate, specify, and quantify in actual units.
In 1989, we registered our device with the FDA in America, the first registration, to be able to do galvanic skin resistance measures. This is an impedance. And then we could draw an imagery. Now, what we were able to do now is we're able to find out different ideas of the brain, the rational parts of the brain, versus the emotional parts of the brain, the limbic system, and we're able to now visualize the brain and understand ideas of emotion and understand ideas of happiness. Yes, really, happiness.
That childhood moment when we experienced happiness as a state of being.
Happiness is in your original nature. It's you minus your neuroses.
Single moment of untarnished joy, that moment when everything in our world, inside and out, was all right. Everything was all right.
We do not become happy because we are successful. We become successful because we first become happy.
But how do we measure happiness? Emotions are like colors, you know. Difficult to explain once, but not now. Not anymore. All those who read auras, step aside. This is science.
By using the science of the GSR evoked potential, we could see activations of different parts of the brain correlating with different emotional states. This is like what we've been doing before with the EEG, measuring different types of brainwave functions. But now we can get a more closer analysis of these and to start to understand the brain and the emotional parts of the brain as an electrical phenomenon and start to understand that depression really is a functional problem, a functional electrical problem.
Something's holding him back, some kind of barrier. No, these are not the emotions of a grown man.
With the new body viewer, we'll be able to see the different parts of the brain that are holding you back, how you get caught in an emotional state and maybe can't get through.
Hector, keep going. You're knocking it out of the park.
By visioning the brain and the body, we'll be able to understand these different emotions and their effect not only on the brain but also on the body, and be able to deal with them better in a perspective of being able to then release them and help build the body back to health. The new body viewer will allow us to draw images in the brain and see these emotional states being activated. You see, the brain really is an electrical process of these neurons firing. Not just a chemical process, but really an electrical process, an energetic process, which will help us to understand. But with our system, not only will we be able to measure these, we'll be able to help to fix them through a cybernetic loop. Treat, repeat, being able to measure, then to check these different things, establishing a cybernetic link of a loop to be able to autofocus the system so that as we are treating, then we can measure the EEG, GSR, EEG, and we'll be able to see these. And of course, we've been doing this for many, many decades. And the research has shown how we can be able to look at these factors and help people deal with their emotional states and deal with their physical problems as well. And the new body viewer will be a great assistance.
Which is it? Which one is it?
It's all of them.
It's all of them.
When we can activate the rational, the emotional, and all of these things we can come up to with the true potential. We can go beyond self-actualized into transcendent states, to be able to transcend different ideas and different limitations of the body, and to find out the potentials of the mind and the spirit. All of this with the new body viewer, to be able to envision activations of the hormones deep inside the pituitary hypothalamus and into other functions, electrically connected, and being able to look at the emotional states and deal with them much more accurately, much better, to be able to help our patient release them, and to come to a true state of awareness and a true state of wellness, health, transcendence, and self-actualization.
Oh, Hector!
You're a warrior.
So with our imagery and our treatment and the potentials, we'll be able to increase the effect, increase the ability to look inside, because the new body viewer will be able to go into emotional states inside the brain, inside the body, inside the system, and be able to find their focus, their foci, and to release them, to help people to get back together.
Functional electrical impedance tomography by evoked response, or as I call it, peeping Tom. My portal into the mysterious minutiae of human emotions. Emotions that for the very first time we can separate, specify, and quantify.
To be able to quantify, be able to understand more about the body electric, the body emotional, body, mind, and spirit, how the brain really does affect the body. And see, the research has been showing us all of this. And now we've been able to pull this research together to help to understand, with the new body viewer, the connections of the emotional body, along with the brain, the acupuncture, the spine, the blood system, all of this coming together. And truly, big minds see technology as an opportunity where small minds are afraid of new technology. They fear it. Be a big mind. Let your mind grow. Let your mind come to an awareness.